Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial on how to use NohBoard for your stream. NohBoard is, you can see it right here, it shows your keyboard input basically, and it's really nice for a stream because then the viewers can see what keys you're pressing or what mouse buttons you're pressing. So we are going to show how to do that and how to implement it in Streamlabs OBS, but you can it's basically the same on regular OBS. So you have to go to the first link in the description and then download from GitHub. Then it'll bring you to this page and you have to click the zip file. You have to download that. I already downloaded that, so I am not going to see. I already downloaded this, so you have to open this, and the best thing you can do is extract this to a place. I have a separate folder for software, and NohBoard is right here, so I just made this and then extract to e software and then NohBoard, and I extracted in right here. I'm gonna cancel this. Then you have this window and you can open up NohBoard. This is the first window that you will see. So we have to click load keyboard, and then there are quite a lot of presets, like you can see, different things, but doesn't look very good, to be honest. So we can search for different things. Azerty is here, US International, things like that. A lot is here, but there are normals as well. They all look kind of the same, and it's not really that pretty. So what you can do is go to this guy, YoWow7YT. He has some really nice, clean overlays. That actually, I think that's a Razer mouse. I think that's a Razer Death Adder, to be honest. And he has these really cool presets that you can edit. For example, this one. This is really nice. You have white, you have outlined black, you have really nice things. But for the sake of this tutorial, for my own purpose, I'm going to use this one. Close that. Now, the problem is, I use more keys than there are displayed right here. I use one row more. So what we are going to do is right click, start editing. Now you can select, you can make this a little bigger, and then because I need more space, I am going to move the mouse. But the problem with this software is that the selecting process is really hard and it might frustrate you a little bit. You can't select, for example, you can't just drag this all and select it all. You have to do it part by part, and there are quite some parts on the mouse. So we are just going to do, we are going to move the mouse. You can do that by just dragging with your mouse, or you can do it with your mouse, with your arrow keys. For the sake of this video, one key, one tile to the right means 50 clicks to the right. So we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, 10. That's 50. So we can just make that a little. Okay. And we have these. This is scrolling down basically. It shows how many scrolls you made down. And that's the up, and then there's also just pressing on the scroll wheel. So we'll just have to do this if you see this, and you see that this bar is right here, it's not gonna actually move the object, but stretch it. So you have to make sure it's right there, and now it's gonna click that, which is also one of these selection problems in this software. But we'll just firstly do this then. Then you'll see that that fits perfectly. And then you have these. You have to be careful not to do this, because then it'll select the one on the background, but to be on the right side, and then you'll select, you have to select that and move it again 50 clicks to the right. And then you'll see scroll down is right there, scroll up is right there, so we have to move that one as well. And then you'll see that fits perfectly. See, right there. Then we have this one. This basically shows in what direction you're moving your mouse. You can leave that because it's not really a pretty solution, I guess. But I want this, so we're going to move that 50 clicks again. And then this part, and that fits perfectly. And then you see those are actually the mouse 4 and 5. They're side buttons. The problem with this is that they are so small you can't actually select them to move, only to stretch. So what you have to do, you really have to be careful on this one. You select it to stretch to the left, and then you do 5 or 10, but remember how many clicks you did. I'm going to do 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then you have enough space to just move it. So then you do the move part to 50 clicks to the right. You see, there's like this green all over, but it doesn't matter. You just gotta select it and then unstretch it the same amount of clicks you did. So 10 for me, 10 clicks to the right again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you see it's perfectly there. But if you don't exactly follow these steps, it might bug out a lot. And that can be an issue, of course. And then you have this one. You have to do the same with that one. And then it fits perfectly. Like you can see, it presses everything. Scroll, whatever. It moves. Now you have some extra space here to add some buttons. Adding buttons isn't the most convenient thing ever. So we are going to do that with you as well. For example, I want next to T is the Y. I want the Y, so we are going to copy T because it has the same properties and it's just way easier. So we're going to press Ctrl C and select about right here, and then V, Ctrl V, and then we're going to align it. Look little to the bottom. You can also do that with the arrow keys. And then you see this is T. If we go look at the original T, you can see some properties right here. For example, what the text is, what the shift text is. For example, if you press shift, it will become a big T because you did that right here. The text position is a pretty important one. This is the Y, this is X, this is Y, if you think in dimensions. So for one row, this is all 70 because it'll align properly. If I make of this 74, you see that goes down and it isn't aligned perfectly. So you need to remind yourself with that one as well. Then you don't need to do anything about boundaries. You can of course do this, because if caps lock That's just logical if you leave it on or not. Then this is really important, key code. Every key has its own code, and for T this is 84, but for Y it's something different, and it's not 85 or something like that. You need to go to the second link in the description. This right here, and that actually inputs what key you press, and it looks what key code it is. So for example, I want Y, I press Y, and then it says key down and key up. Key down is actually what we need, so we're going to close that. We select the new button, element properties, and then we make this a Y and a capital Y. The text position is the same, we just leave it at that, and then we select this one, we remove it because that is the T. If we press T, you see they're both light up. We need to remove 84, and we see 89 right here, so we need to add 89, and if we press Y now, it lights up the Y, except then there you have your first key. I'm quickly going to do that with some other keys I need. So I need the H right here. Gonna do that. Element properties there. Then remove this, and then we need H at 72. And H. Then I need B. So that works. Then we are going to add, I don't actually need all of these keys, but it looks kind of weird if the mouse is bigger than the keyboard itself. It kind of looks strange, so we're just going to leave it at that. And what we're gonna do is add another key right here. We're gonna copy and paste, align it. Just like that. For me, I have a US International keyboard, so I'm going to press the Shift. What Shift is actually this. So you have to actually implement what Shift does if you press Shift and that key at the same time, and then it'll show on the keyboard as well. Then you have 49, which is 1, but we need 192. 192. So we're going to remove this. 92, and add, and then that should be it. Yes, indeed, and Shift, we show that. Okay. Then I use, this is a standard for a lot of games, auto run is equals for me, but equals is normally right here on the keyboard, so I want to put it next to the 5 because I don't even use those number keys. So we're just going to add that as well, and then we're going to equals. We're going to element properties equals plus text position is the same, of course, and then key code we need to remove this one, and the one we need is equals is 187. Accept, and then that's now people know when I auto run. Then the last thing, normally there's a Windows key here, they left it out, and it looks kinda weird. So what I want to do is just move the Alt key. And then you have the keyboard. This is kind of a special one because if you stretch it like that, it looks very weird right here. So we're just gonna Alt set, that is undo. And then what you can do is try to align this with H. You can do this whatever you want, but this just looks the best for me. Is that aligned? Not really. Yeah, that's aligned, I think. And then you can drag it just like that. It still kinda looks weird, but it's not as bad. So there you go. And just like that. Oh, whoops. And then we have a spacebar, and we have all the keys I want, and I have a nice looking mouse. So like I said, you can just remove this one if you don't want it. Then the very important step. NohBoard is not the clearest about this one. You have to stop editing. So you can't click anymore, you can't adjust the window. This is how it is. And then you have to save definition, save as. This is the category, just like we found the we are going to call this custom, and the name of the it's actually another category, but it's a definition right here. We're gonna name this FPS. Yeah, that's a good name, whatever. FPS. And then you might think, okay, this is done. It's not. We also need save style. So save as, and you have to name this something. I'm going to call this Battle Royale. Battle Royale, because this is my Battle Royale layout. We are going to save this, and now if you click on load, this is Battle Royale, this is the default. It will always load the default. If you didn't save your style, you basically lost your preset right there. Battle Royale is this one. What? Okay, that's just weird. Okay, I am back. I've just found out why that doesn't work. It's basically because if you're in your NohBoard, in your files, there is this keyboard. That's just what all of this is. And if you go to YouTube, this guy, you have FPS right here. Those are the those are all the keyboard styles. So like you can see right here, it's all those styles. If you go to images, which is not in your custom file, if you go to images, you see all of these pieces of mouse and different types of things. So basically, you need these files in your custom file for in order to make the mouse work and the keys work. So we're just going to do that real quickly. Images, no, not. We need to copy that and then custom paste, and let's try it out. Battle Royale. There it is, there it is. So basically the program looks in your custom file for a folder called images, and then it looks for all those images that it needs that you set. So don't forget to do that, otherwise you won't be able to keep this type of nice looking keyboard. So I can go ahead and close this, then close, you have this keyboard, very nice, all of that, love it, amazing, it all works. Now you can finally go to Streamlabs OBS, and I'm probably the only one that doesn't do a tutorial recording with this OBS, but okay. So basically I have, for example, I have the source Fortnite. In regular OBS, this is Streamlabs. In regular OBS, this kind of looks the same. It's the same pattern, it's the same method you need to use. So we're going to make it this a little smaller so you can see better. Basically what you need to add is a window capture. Add source, and you can name it whatever you want as long as it's not the same as something that already, as a source that already exists. I'm going to call this NohBoard. Add a new source, and then we have to select NohBoard. Like you can see, it already pops up right here. Window title must match. And capture cursor, that we can just take that off. And then click done. Now you have your keyboard right here, and you can place it wherever you want. I am going to place it right here for the moment. Then you see it's not really helping that it's green, but luckily the background is the green you need for a chroma key, so we can filter that out with filters. Click plus, and then scroll all the way down, chroma key, filter name, chroma key, whatever, that doesn't really matter. And then it already knows that's the same type of green that every chroma key uses, so you can just click done, and there you have it. I'm going to I don't have my Fortnite running right now. I'm going to do that real quick to show you how this works. So right here you can see in the overlay, everything works. It's just blends in with the rest, because that's the thing about green screens. We can click every button we want. We can click this one. We can click Control Alt. So that's basically how you do it. You can make this a little bigger as well if you want, just like that. The thing you need to keep in mind is if you close NohBoard, this will disappear because it looks for NohBoard. So what I recommend you do is have this exe, just pin it to taskbar, just like I did. Because it's not actually installed and Windows won't find it this way. Won't find it is this way. It will only find the WinRAR file. So I suggest you do that, and then you can just open NohBoard every time you're going to stream, and then you can just do this in the background, and it'll just always I'm not in the background, I mean, you have to have it somewhere. I have a second screen, so that is really helpful for that. But I think you can just, wait, let me see. I think you can just open up Fortnite and that just works. So I have it right here now in the middle of my screen. But I have a Fortnite over it, so you can't. I don't think you can press this. No, you can't. You can't press the minus. You can just go to the other application and it'll work. So that is basically it for this video. I made this tutorial because there weren't a lot of good tutorials, and mainly because of this type of problem on the images. So I wanted to make this video for that reason. And yeah, if you want to follow me on Twitch, link is down in the description. And I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Also, link for Streamlabs if you want that. It's basically a pumped up version for OBS. Really helpful. I really like it. You have this chat right here as well. So if you want to download that, there will be a link as well in the description. And thank you guys for this very different video. I don't do tutorials normally. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, and if you want to see more videos, mainly Fortnite, but okay, it doesn't matter. If you want to see more videos, hit me up with a subscribe, and leave something in the comment section if you have some suggestions for anything. And then I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye everybody, greetings!